Apple, get the bag. I want to photograph this one. Give me a bag.
I think you got spit on?
Yes,
I
on the
saw
face.
that.
On the face.
พวกพิษณาไอ้ตอนนี้เราจะอะไรด้วยไปล้างหน้าก่อนมาม่าเอาน้ำมานำอยู่ปะล้างหน้าที่เด่นเนี่ยมันพ่นเลยเต็มหน้าเราเลยเอาไม่ได้เข้าตาถ้าบุ้มมีแผลมันเป็นยังไงโอ้ยอ่ะแล้วก็เอามาล้าง
I thought they come across here. I'll go wash it off.
เอามาเข้าตาล้างหน้าเดี๋ยวเอาน้ำหนูด้วย
Oh.
Wash it first and then we give it back this bottle บริเขาจะใส่แบนอยู่
Okay, that's good.
เอาน้ำให้ล้าง
And one more spitting cobra photographed and released for our project. If you guys don't know what the project is all about, I will put a link to that video up in the corner here. And yeah, pretty excited. We're rounding them up and we're getting a lot of photos. It's pretty good. And I don't need the glasses anymore. All right, good deal. So for those of you that watched my cost of living in Thailand video, some of you guys felt compelled to tell me that my numbers were off. And you know what? I'm going to admit that I made a mistake because I just bought a whole bunch of koi. So my monthly cost of living is going to go up because there's a lot more hungry mouths to feed. I will show you guys these fish tomorrow morning. So before I show you the koi, let me give you guys a little bit of the backstory. Last year when we first moved out here, we befriended a local family that had a nursery. And so Apple and I were going out there all the time and we were buying roses and plants and trees and all sorts of stuff for the house. They happened to have a koi pond with some beautiful fish in it, and our pond at the time wasn't set up yet. So we actually asked the owner if we could pay him to come out and help us set up our pond since he clearly knew what he was doing. And he did just that. So last summer, we were told that they may be selling their property and moving to another area in Thailand and that they probably wouldn't be taking their fish with them. So we just sort of hinted at them to please give us first shot at your koi if that were to happen. And so about a week and a half ago, we heard that they did sell their property. I made a joke to Apple that they better call us about those fish. And lo and behold, the very next day, we got that phone call. So anyway, this is where those fish came from. They've raised them from small size, about 3 years old. The smaller ones are our original animals. There are 14 that we started with, and then we added 28. So there's a lot of koi in here. Really big, big fish. I don't know if you can tell in the video camera, but these are big, There are some really big jumbo-sized koi in here. I don't know which one's my favorite. Every time I look in here, it changes. There are some absolutely amazing koi in here. We keep coming downstairs and admiring them. And I know Apple and I are both a little bit nervous. We don't want to screw up with these guys. We added skimmer system, we added some more aeration, and we added another bit of filtration. So I think we're going to hook the aeration up to our solar, so that way we don't have any issues if the power goes out for any amount of time. And I think that's the safest way to do it, and hopefully we do everything right. They're nice. So now I have a question for you guys. For those of you that belong to Patreon programs for other YouTubers, other reptile YouTubers, what are you getting out of that? I'm thinking about starting up my own Patreon program, and I just want to know, what are you guys getting out of other people's Patreon programs? Do they throw you a sticker every once in a while? Are you getting any valuable information out of belonging to their Patreon, or are you just simply supporting your favorite YouTuber? I don't really know exactly how it goes, but I myself have been a guest for other YouTubers' Patreon members. And so I've come on and answered questions and done all that stuff. And so it just kind of sparked an idea in the fact that I may want to do Patreon myself. So I don't know what you guys get out of other people's Patreon programs. I have no idea. I've done a few things in my day, in my life. I have a pretty decent amount of knowledge that I can provide to you guys if you're interested in it. A Zoom call monthly, every 2 weeks, every week. I don't know how it goes, but I'm open to some suggestions if there's an interest there. Can obviously discuss husbandry and breeding, can talk about vending at shows or just starting a reptile business, or how I have sort of navigated through becoming a reptile business and that sort of thing. Obviously import, export, travel, being an expat. I mean, the sky's the limit. There's a lot of different things that we could talk about. I've done a lot of things that 99.9% of other YouTubers haven't done. So there is knowledge there that I'm totally open to passing along to you guys. So I'm just kind of curious if there's an interest in it. If any of you guys think it's a good idea, put it in the comments, send me an email. I'd like to know what your expectations would be. It would obviously probably include Zoom calls to where we are having discussions. I would be providing you guys advance notice of stock. You guys could get on waiting lists ahead of the general public. And so it would be really cool for me to be able to connect with my followers. Now that I'm retired, I'm living out here in Thailand. I have a lot of time on my hands, and I think it would be pretty cool. Just something that I'm thinking about. I have no idea if there's an interest in it, but if there is, I'd like to hear about it. Any advice, expectations, and all that sort of thing. So anyway, that is it for the video, you guys. We drop videos every Saturday at 6 a.m. Pacific time. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Take care.